I just wanted to share a quick video on how I make these Matchbook sticky note holders, and it's just a little matchbook with some sticky notes in it. You can use them as bookmarks or just to jot down something quickly, have it in your purse, whatever. So I'm going to show you how I make these, and the original YouTuber that I got this off, I will leave a link down below so you can check out her video. She does very beautiful work, and I will I will definitely link that below. And let's get started. So this is a very easy project to use your small scraps with. You're not using very much paper at all. So what I have here is just a piece of 6x6 paper, which you don't even need that as long as it's 1 3/8 wide and relatively 4 inches wide or whatever. That's what your scrap needs. But I'll tell you what the measurements are when we cut it. So, and then you need a piece of scrap paper that is at least 7.5 inches long and 1 5/8 inches wide. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut our base. So I'm just going to move some of this stuff out of the way. You're going to need a stapler, and I just use a regular stapler. You can use the Tim Holtz tiny attacher too, that works fine. Some ink, and a small little stamp, and your adhesive. You can use a tape runner, but I'm just going to use this because it's easy. And then of course your pattern paper and whatever scraps you have works fine. And then your cardstock, and you need some sticky notes. So I am just using the 3x3 sticky notes, and I've counted 10 sheets off of the whole pad, and we're just going to use 10 sheets of these, and then we're going to cut this in half. So I'll do that actually right now, and it works with a trimmer. If you have a guillotine chopper, that works even better. So we're just gonna, I'm gonna put the sticky side up just so it doesn't stick to my cutter as much, and then we're just gonna press really hard, and as you can see, it cuts it pretty good. So we're gonna use that, and then we'll come back. Oh wait, no, we need that. So you're gonna take your piece of paper, and my paper is, it's actually 7 3/4 by 8.5. So I'm just gonna trim off, trim off just another 1/4 of an inch here so that I have 7.5. And I will leave all the measurements down in the description box below, so check that out. Alright, so that's our 7.5, and then this next piece is going to be 1 5/8. So 5/8 is after the half mark, then there's 1/8 of an inch past that. So cut that at 1 5/8. Then we can put that aside, and you can use any scrap that's at least 7.5 inches long. So it's not very much that you need at all. So now I'm going to take my scoring blade, oops, and I am going to score it at 3 inches and then at 6.5. So 3 inches, and I hope you can see that, 3 inches, and then 6.5 right there. So then we have our piece there, and then we'll set that aside for now. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to fold on the score lines. So just like so, just like that, and now we're going to attach our sticky notes. So normally I would just attach the sticky note on there, but mine usually sit in storage till I go to a craft sale or whatever, or when I need it, if I want to give it to gift. So I've noticed that they kind of let go, so I'm just going to put a very small bead of glue. You can use more of a semi-permanent or a non-permanent adhesive runner on this too. I'm just going to put a small bead just so that it stays and doesn't let go. And the important part when you're taking these off the paper pad, let's just say like like I have a full one here. So I'm going to count 10 pieces. So I got 10 pieces, and then I'm very gently rolling them off as to not disturb it, because once it lets go, it's gonna always not gonna want to stick. So that's why I kind of very carefully do that, so that it all stays intact. And then as well, when I'm cutting it, I want to make sure that I don't disturb the stickiness. Alright, so that's glued in. Now the next thing you're going to do is the short side. You're going to fold it up, and then you're just going to staple just about a 1/4 inch in. You want to make sure that you're not stapling the sticky notes. Just like that. And then what I like to do is I just like to take my bone folder and just press that in, just so it lies nice and flat. Okay, so this part is ready for now. So we're going to set this aside, and we're going to grab our patterned paper. So here I have a 6x6 inch piece of patterned paper. Sometimes when I have scraps, I just cut them down into kind of the standard sizes. If it's not a full 12x12, then I'll maybe cut it down to 6x12 or 6x6, 4x6, 3x4 kind of thing. That way I can use it in Project Life or other standard sizes like pocket page, or mini albums that use 6x6 papers. Anyways, so this one we want to cut a strip that's 1 3/8 wide, and it's 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch smaller than the side measurements of this. So 1 3/8, and then we need a piece that is 2 3/4 of an inch by 1 3/8, so 3 1/4. And then the other piece is going to be 2 3/4. I might have had that switched around there. Yeah. So anyways, a 6x6 piece will give you exactly those two pieces. So it's kind of nice that way. So 2 3/4, 3 1/4. And then we're going to need a little piece. So that's 3/4 of an inch wide. Now when I cut this up, I'd normally make, I'd probably use up the whole sheet. So I would cut another 2 or 3. I'll just cut the strips. So, and I can do one more, I think. So you can get 4 out of one sheet, but I don't quite have a 3/4 inch strip. But yeah, so we kind of want a 3/4 inch strip, so only 2 strips. Sorry about that. So we want a 1 3/8 by 3/4 of an inch piece, just like that. So we've got our 3 pieces, and I'll just set that aside, and I'll use those up at another time. So yeah, when you cut them up, if you cut 3 sets and then you use the last strip to cut all your small pieces, that works the best. It's been a while since I have done this, done it from a 6x6 paper. So anyways, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our small piece, and we're just going to glue that on the front over our staple. And yeah, it measures 1/8 of an inch all the way around, so it gives like a really nice border, just like so. And then we're going to flip it around, and we're going to glue the smaller piece, the 2 3/4 piece, to this top portion. And again, it's 1/4 or 1/8 of an inch all the way around, and try and get that centered. Here's the score line right here. And then we're going to do the last piece. Right there. So I'm just putting a small bead of glue around. And like I said, you can use a tape runner if you want to too. I just find that the liquid adhesive is just faster. Alright, so there we have the main part is all lined with paper. So we just tuck that into, just fold this back and tuck this into the thing. So you could just leave it like this if you wanted to, but we're going to decorate it a little bit just to make it a little bit cuter. So I'm going to take my scrap paper, and I have this scallop punch. You don't have to use a scallop punch, you can just cut a rectangle, but I like the scallop punch anyways. So I just think it fits this really nicely. So I'm going to punch one of these. This is from Stampin' Up. I don't think that they have it anymore, but who knows, you might be able to find one on eBay or something. So yeah, so I'm going to put this right here. Just like that. There. And then I have another one that fits inside of this one. So it's another Stampin' Up! Oval punch. So I'm going to punch another oval. And then what I have is I have this little rose stamp. It's really cute. So I'm going to use that. I've got some black ink here because that's kind of the colors we're going for. This is just stays on. You don't have to use stays on. It's just all my inks are kind of packed up from the crop I was just at, so this one was handy. And it might be a bit dried out, so I might have to find another one. I think yeah, that one's kind of dried out, so I'll just quickly go grab another ink pad. Okay, so I found, this is a Versacolor one. So just the black one. And this one might be dried out too. It's been a while since I've stamped. No, this one's good. Okay, so then I'm just going to stamp this on my oval. And you can definitely stamp this on the paper first and then on the oval, which might just, yeah, I'll probably do that. Stamp it on the paper first and then cut it with the oval. That's just going to work the best. There we go. And now just to take our oval, and like I said, you can just do this with a square or a rectangle. You can just cut a rectangle out of the paper and do this. It'll look just as nice. And then I'm just going to ink the edges just to give some contrast between the white scalloped oval and then this one. Okay, and then I'm just going to glue that down. And there we have it. There is our little sticky note matchbook. And our sticky notes are right in there. It makes a really cute little gift, stocking stuffer at Christmas time, just a little party gift, wedding favor, whatever you want to use it for. It's just an awesome little idea, and I will leave all the instructions down in the link, or down in the description box below. And yeah, I hope you give this a try, and I also leave the link to the lady where I got the idea from. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this and have an awesome day. Thanks. Bye.